Hello again everyone, Dflekd here with Firm and Fair Gaming, bringing you another build video. This time it is a PVE DPS AR build. I don't usually use ARs, but I thought I'd make a build for it as a lot of people out there do. I usually, I use Chatterbox, I like Pestilence. I don't have the Eagle Bear, so maybe that's why I haven't been using ARs a lot, but there are some good ones out there, and this video will go into how to get the most DPS out of them. This is not a glass cannon build, so you will have some survivability, although armor isn't really high right now. I'm going to do some more testing, but currently my armor 6 at 660. So it's not a ton of armor, but you do have a shield, so that will mitigate some of it for you. Getting into the build, I do use the firewall just for that shield bonus damage. It works for your teammates, it works for you. I just enjoy having the extra damage, and I do enjoy having the shield as I don't have a lot of armor. Right now I'm rocking a police M4. Pretty good rolls on it. Killing an enemy with a crit hit grants 40% crit hit damage for 10 seconds. That is amazing on this build, as this is built around having crit damage. The second one would be a Glory Days I would run. I got a pretty good roll on this. The assault rifle damage, the health damage, and the accuracy. That perfect nearsighted just makes it so the gun doesn't move. You just hold the trigger and away it goes. I play on Xbox, so guns that jump are a little harder to control, so this really takes that out and mitigates any bounce. So needing crit hit chance and crit hit damage, I have the Coyote Mask, 15% weapon damage, 5.5 crit chance, and then I have the 10.5 damage and 10.7 crit hit damage. I will show you this right now works. Currently they are getting rid of it, so I'll show you what you can switch to. I don't have a great rolled piece for it switching, but right now this is what I have. It's the pristine example. The pristine example. And the reason you're going to run this, I have weapon damage, headshot, crit hit damage, and crit hit chance, but you want that 6% damage while you're aiming an 8 times scope, and that works with the shield currently. They are getting rid of that. And once they get rid of that, I would switch to personally a Providence piece or a Fenris piece if you can find a good Fenris piece. This is about the best Providence piece I have with weapon damage, headshot, crit chance, and I just haven't decided if I'm going to re-roll the talent because I'm not sure if I'm going to use this one a lot, or re-roll the status effect. So that's an option to switch to when you're done. And I'll show you the damage I put on both down in the range. I have my perfect rolled Seska holster. This gives me 16% total crit hit chance with the boost from Seska. It also has 12% crit hit damage and 15 weapon damage. Currently I'm running the Fox's Prayer knee pads. Now again, these are going to get nerfed. How much, I don't know. I think they're still going to be good and viable, but this is what I'm currently running. And I run this mainly for the crit hit chance on them. I do have the Contractor's gloves. It's got the 10.7 weapon damage, the 11 damage to armor, what you really want, and then I have a crit hit chance on it as well. The backpack is a Grupa. It gives me that 15% crit hit damage, the 15 weapon damage. I have 9.7 headshot and 12% crit hit damage, and I rock Vigilance. Just because I'm behind a shield, I don't plan on taking a lot of damage. It does happen, but most of the time I would like the shield to protect me, and that gives me the 25% damage bonus. For the shield, I am running the Striker shield, the ballistic shield. It is low tier. It's it's not even tier 1 because I don't have any armor mods and I don't have any skill tier on it, but just throw in some active regen mod, a deflector damage, and bonus damage per enemy in front. So I That's the mods I usually use on mine. I run the Defender drone just for some extra protection. I tried the Fixer drone. I just didn't like it that much. The mods you want to run on your gun are definitely the 10% mag, and then everything else I went with crit chance, except you need that 8 times higher zoom scope if you're going to use it with the shield and focus. So both guns are the same, double crit hit chance, the 10 round mag, and then they both have the 8 times scope. So I'll show you here at the range what it can do. We'll head down there, and this will give you a good idea of what you can get. Like, none of my stuff you see, the holster's about the only god roll piece I have. I always fight named enemies here just because they last a little longer and you can just hit them a little harder. So the way focus works currently is if you have a shield and you zoom in, you'll see the little thing that looks like binoculars charging up. That is your focus. And if that gets to the full amount, that's 60% extra damage, weapon damage you do. So you want that always up, and with a shield you can right now. Once they get rid of it, then you can just use a different chest piece. But even if you switch weapons and hold the scope button, for me it's left trigger, but if you hold that in, you still maintain your focus. So they can do some pretty good damage here. You can see that's one of the rifles. Here's the one that doesn't move. This is that perfect stability Glory Days. You just hold the trigger and it doesn't bounce. It's great. And you can see just with headshots, you can get up in the DPS meter very, very high, very, very quickly. Like, that's 3 targets. Oh, wasn't paying attention. Shifted a little there. But you can maintain it up here. Now, the extra bonus to my M1A is it does have that perfect killer for the extra crit hit damage. It is just a little harder to control. Sorry, that's not the M1A, it's the M4 I'm using here, the police M4. And you're seeing pretty steadily maintaining around 25. You can switch back to the Glory Days and it just stays there as well. So Glory Days is great because it doesn't move at all. You just pull down the trigger. Now, moving to once they get rid of the ability to use the 8 times scope with the shield, you can throw on the Providence, go back in. Whether you want to use the shield or not, that's up to you. I still do just because I will like the protection. And then we'll reset it so everyone can see from the beginning. And it does lose a little bit, but it's not drastic. The hardest part is making sure you keep on the head, because with the M4, police M4, it does bounce around, whereas we can just use the Glory Days and go back out. But once you get used to the Glory Days, I don't know, it's hard to get rid of just because it works so well. We'll do 3 targets again just to see if we get it up there. 21 million, not bad for an AR build. Doesn't shoot as fast as the Chatterbox, so you wouldn't expect it to do as much, but it does pretty good. That is my AR build. If you like it, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, leave a comment below. This was Dflekd with Firm But Fair Gaming.